This video is powered by BetUS Sportsbook. What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to Touchdown Kingdom. The AFC North has been one of the most competitive divisions the last few years, and it's definitely not slowing down this season. In fact, all four teams in the division finished last year over 500. Today, we're going to preview the AFC North, dive a little bit deeper into these teams, and give a record prediction for each of them. After finishing the regular season at 9-8, the Pittsburgh Steelers were an early playoff exit last year. With one of the top defenses in the league, the biggest question mark for Pittsburgh will be on offense. Besides the additions of Van Jefferson and Michigan rookie receiver Roman Wilson, the team will look the most different under center. Pittsburgh added two quarterbacks in Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, though it appears Wilson will be QB1 to start the season. Russ didn't have a great last few years in Denver, but it's tough not to partially blame the Broncos. We'll see what Russ looks like this season, but it'll be tough to not be an upgrade over Kenny Pickett. George Pickens is primed to finally have that breakout season, and this defense will continue to be elite. I'm still not too confident in either Russ or Fields under center, but this defense and coaching staff will lead them to a solid season. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record, so I'll put their record at 9-8 in 2024. Are you looking for a new book this football season? BetUS is the answer. BetUS is my favorite place to bet on sports. They have the fastest payouts in the industry, along with a fast and easy withdrawal process and 24/7 personalized customer service 365 days a year. You also get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. Did you know that BetUS can even give you your very own personal account manager? They have the best betting variety in the business. Between pregame, live betting, parlays, and prop bets, I have everything I need on BetUS. Let's say I want to place a bet on Caleb Williams to win Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. I just click on the football tab, scroll all the way down to NFL Season Awards, click on Offensive Rookie of the Year, find Caleb Williams' name, click on the odds, put how much I want to wager in, let's say $50, click Place My Bets, confirm it, and there it is. It is just that easy. Click the link in the description for a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000, along with a 200% crypto deposit bonus. The Bengals were handicapped last season by Joe Burrow's season-ending injury, and they missed the playoffs despite a 9-8 record. With Burrow back and healthy, Cincy will once again be looking at making that Super Bowl run. The stalemate between T. Higgins and the team seems to be leading to Higgins staying put this year. This offense is going to remain one of the best in the NFL, but the biggest concern remains their defense. Despite being the second worst in the league last season, they didn't make any splash additions in free agency or through the draft. In a conference with a ton of great offensive talent, this defense could hold them back, especially during playoff time. Nonetheless, this is a team that's going to be a lot better than they were last year and probably be highly seeded. I'll put the Bengals record at 11-6. The Cleveland Browns are an interesting bunch heading into this season. They have a ton of talent, including the addition of Jerry Jeudy and the return of Nick Chubb. Amari Cooper had another season with over 1,200 receiving yards, and David Njoku had himself a really solid year as well. The main concern on offense is Deshaun Watson. Since getting traded to Cleveland, he just really hasn't looked like the same player. There just isn't a big enough sample size recently to expect any form of QB play higher than mediocre from Watson this season. Now, that's not saying that there's a chance he doesn't play at an elite level, because that's certainly a possibility. Watson previously was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But even if he is mediocre, I don't think that's a huge issue. Without Watson, the team still finished 11-6 and made the playoffs last season. With Watson and Chubb returning, the offense will still play at a high level, even if Watson is just a game manager. This defense is what won this team so many games last year, though. They're stacked at every single position on the defensive side of the ball, and with all their players coming back, I expect them to be head of the pack in defensive standings this season once again, and there's a reality where they finish as the #1 defense in the NFL back-to-back years. I'll put the Browns' record once again at 11-6. The Baltimore Ravens were the #1 team in the AFC last year. They were the first seeded team in the playoffs and had the MVP on their team in Lamar Jackson. This organization is just a well-oiled train. They're consistently good and could very well end up as the number one team in football once again. Lamar Jackson has a lot more help in the backfield since the Ravens went out, made a splash, and acquired Derrick Henry. Between usage and the offensive line being absolutely loaded in Baltimore, Derrick Henry could have one of his best seasons of his career. The Ravens were top 10 in total defense last year, and even though they lost their defensive coordinator, I don't envision there being much of a fall-off. In all, the Ravens are going to be a powerhouse again, so I'll put their record at 13-4. That was my preview of the AFC North for the 2024 NFL season. To recap, I have the Steelers finishing in last at 9-8, the Browns in third at 11-6, the Bengals getting the tiebreaker and finishing in second at 11-6, and the Ravens winning the division once again with a record of 13-4. Stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with our assessment of the AFC North, and we'll see you in the next one. Wanted to give another big shout out to BetUS for powering this video. The link is in the description to sign up.